I think all children have a role of being an instructor to us, whether they're a believer or not, because Jesus placed a child in the midst and taught lessons from observing their example and just observing their behavior. So I think that children have some innate role, whether they're able or capable of doing anything that looks spiritual. As far as their role in the body of Christ, I think as children are growing as believers, they have an unlimited potential of what they can do. And truthfully, anything that a believer can do, I think a child can do. If we're called to give, children can be learning to give and can be demonstrations of giving. If we're called to pray, they can pray. If we're called to serve, they serve. Children can encourage just like adults can encourage. Anything that we're asked to do as believers, a child can do. It may be age or developmentally appropriate, but it can be done. I think particularly, again, thinking pragmatically, in this day and age, children may be a part of something in a unique stage in history where we need to rely on them more than ever before to have a bit of a prophetic voice to us, to tell us what it is we need to do, because the world's vastly changed and the rest of us can't get over all that change really fast. But to a kid, this is just life as it is. So they may have a prophetic role. I think they can serve. I think that they can be trained up to be part of it. Whether they should always be the ones in leadership, I'm not sure, because I think God's heart is far more for intergenerational ministry than it is for just a child running the show, or just an adult, or just an older person, or just a young person, anyone. I think that's how the body of Christ works, is that we always have each other and we always have parts. So important part, they should not be taken away from the seat around the table. And there are just a variety of answers on how they can participate and how they can be a part, but they're really important. We need to be sure that they have a seat at the table. One practical thing that an ordinary follower can do is to pray for a kid. You may think your niece or nephew is just wayward and never going to follow Christ, but you pray for them, and chances are the next practical thing will come up as well, and that you may have an opportunity to talk to them about Christ, or say a word, or even just show them love in action, which will capture their attention and help them to think about Christ.